All right, great. Getting started with neck circles. Spend a minute here. You've already been at it, so let's get into right arm circle.
Slow down.
What's that?
Slow down.
Thanks. Finishing up with this right side, let's get into the left side. Oh, man. So my workout yesterday for my birthday was all of the reps that people suggested I do. Most people that responded to my email or that commented on my social media suggested burpees. So I did. That was the first thing I did. And you know what? It's not a good warm-up. Burpees are not the thing that you want to start your day off with. So everything else after that was pretty rough. But I'm surprisingly sore from doing that.
How many did you end up doing altogether?
I did 34 burpees. I did 34 push-ups, 34 jumping jacks, 34 reps on the frog, 34 pull-ups, 34 hanging knee raises, 34 banded pull-throughs. So that's 7 things. Did I do anything else? Let's get into our hip circles. I'm going to do mine again in a quadruped position. Let's see. I think that was it. Oh, one of my old clients said I should do 340 seconds in a plank. And I tried it right after doing the, 34 med ball slams. So 8 then. And I tried to do those 340 seconds in the plank, and I couldn't do it. My abs were on fire already. So I'm going to try to do that today, which is about 5.5 minute plank. Switching sides. Maybe 1 or 2 more hip circles. Let's get into our open books. I'm not going to change the camera angle. I'm going to put you guys on mute. So in a sideline position, you know what to do. Hands clasped together, 90-degree angles here, fetal position, opening up. Now I'm not looking at the clock, so I'm just going to do 15 reps here. Switching my position so that my top leg is a little closer to the ground. Got 5 more reps, then I'm going to switch sides. For me, switching sides, rolling over, 15 reps on this other side. If I was smart, I would have something underneath my head. One more rep for me. Okay. Upper body, torso, done. Now, I figure you all have the exact same goals that I do. So we're going to spend a lot more time mobilizing our hips than we have before. So through the weeks, depending on how many weeks we end up doing these mobility sessions, we will always incorporate a little bit of upper body, but our focus for this week is going to be on split mobility. So what I'm actually going to do is move this outside so that I have a wall to get into my passive split stance. You're going to come with me. Hello. Now you know what we do for a passive split. Butt's going to go against the wall. Like so. So I'm starting off in a very similar position as those open books. Sideline position. I'm going to get my butt on the ground and against the wall. And I'm going to get this passive split position. And I'm going to be here for 3 full minutes. Can I see the timer? I can. So I've got 3 minutes here. Every so often, I'm going to try to drive my ankles just by scooching my feet a little bit wider, lower towards the ground. None of this is going to be pretty. It's going to be very silent as well. So I just own this passive split position. Now make sure that your hips aren't tucked. Try to keep some part of your butt on the ground as you enter this split. One minute has already passed. We got 2 more to go. Two minutes has passed. We got 1 more to go. Another 30 seconds. Three, two, one. Come on out of that split position. Moving you back inside. Now here at the gym, you're going to want to find some kind of anchor. It might be a doorway for you. We've used the squat rack before for this split practice. I'm going to try with kettlebells. Okay, you'll see what I mean in just a second. So I've got these two 24-kilo bells that hopefully are going to help keep me in this split position. Okay, so bells are in front of me like so. Okay, I don't need to move the bells wider. What I need to do is move my butt closer to the bells, right? So my feet are probably at like a 135-degree angle from my groin. I'm just going to scoot up, and that angle opens up. I'm going to scoot up, that angle opens up. And from here, wiggling, wiggling, wiggling a little more until I can no longer open up. Okay, if you're in a doorway, you're probably going to use one side of the door, right? So let's say that this is where your doorway would go. You would open up from that angle, right? And your goal, this is making me slide. Your goal is to not lean back. Your goal is to actually drive yourself forward a little bit more. Guess what I can also do is crank these bad boys. So if you've got kettlebells, You can kind of crank it open. Whoa, one at a time. Chest is up. 3 minutes here. Oh yeah. So we're gonna spend 3 minutes here. Be 6 minutes in this horizontal split position. We're gonna get into our vertical split position. We're gonna start with a bent knee in a half elevated, elevated split squat position. And then move into a straight leg. Maybe not. Maybe we'll do one more horizontal split. I think we will. I don't know why I want to do this with you because this is no fun. And when we get into we're going to do 3 horizontal. When we get to our last, we're just going to be utilizing gravity to pull our groin down to the ground. It won't be pleasant. And I'm not going to look cool doing it. So if you don't worry about it. One more minute here. Oh. Three, two, one. Oh, carefully come out of that position. Oh yeah. Okay. Standing split. I'm gonna have to take my socks off because they're super grippy. Standing split's no fun, like any of this has been. Okay. Feet are gonna stay facing forward. So I can use these as a little bit of assistance. Cool. Okay. Whole goal. Get into a standing split. I know. Now, if you own a split, then your toes come up, right? And you get wider. If you don't, toes stay down. Okay, I'm using these as assistance, and I'm actually going to drop it. Try to wiggle my way lower. Oh. One more minute here. Man, I do not want to be in this position. 3, 2, 1. Oh, carefully coming out. Oh man. Oh, that's quite miserable for me. Oh, I know you guys at home, when you train with me here, you're like, oh my God, Evan, you're so capable. You can do so much. You're incredible. You're the strongest man I've ever seen. You're just a human specimen of physical perfection. And I know usually true. So I like to share with you some of my imbalances, show you some of the stuff I'm not 100% awesome at. And that's this: splits, not hot, not great. So we're going to get into an elevated split squat. I'm actually going to elevate my foot a little bit higher than this object here. By adding some elevation here. Remember, you can do this with a wall too. Placing this foot up against the wall. And just getting into that deep hip flexor stretch. Here, we're trying to maintain a posterior tilt of our pelvis. We're going to be here for 3 minutes. I need to turn around so that I can see the clock. At home, we've done this at least once every week for the past 10 weeks, so you should already be in the stretch. You should know what we're getting into. Right, pretty simple stuff. Try to get your butt as close to your heel as you can. Got 1 more minute here. And then instead of doing a straight leg, instead of switching over to the left leg, we're going to do a straighten out this front leg. And we're going to try to get into a split with our rear foot elevated. I think it'll actually make it easier for us. We'll try. If it doesn't, you bring that foot elevation down. 3, 2, 1. Keep that foot elevated. My front leg crawling forward. Front leg is straight. Okay, I'm going to keep this rear foot elevated. To be honest, I haven't tried this before. I'm just going to see what this is like to try to get into, a stretch. I need more support for this knee if I plan on doing this. That pulled a lot. Okay, so now I'm focusing on getting as straight a leg as possible on this front leg. To be honest, the rear foot elevation isn't doing much for me, so I'm just going to go ahead and kick that to the side. Yeah, I get a better stretch like this. Okay. Now, for me, I'm going to want to pandiculate, not get too much pull in that front knee. So I'm rocking back and forth, in and out of that front leg. Every time I do, maybe not every time, but every now and then, I'm pulling that front foot forward by grabbing the ground with my toes and crawling my foot forward. Another minute, and we'll switch sides. Today's going to be easy. This is all we're doing. We're just doing split work today. So once we finish this side, we're going to go to our left, then we're going to be done. Super quick, lower limb mobility. Taking cues from that book, you can do the splits in 4 weeks. I think their protocol is only 15 minutes a day. Might even be 12 minutes a day. Three, two, one. Bring that foot forward and let's switch sides. Oh boy. Oh. All right, settled. I'm gonna bring this elevation back to my front left leg. Keep that padding available to me. 3 minutes here, 3 minutes in that split position, and we're done. Oh. Quick and easy today. Spend 3 minutes here in this half kneeling elevated split squat. One minute down, 2 to go. 2 down, 1 to go. Hello, waffles. Three, two, one. Let's go ahead and move that elevation out of the way. Keeping that half kneeling stance. Right foot begins to crawl forward. 3 minutes. Working through these pandiculating front split stretches. Every time you rock forward, or every couple of times that you can rock forward, you can use these kettlebells as some supports for my hands. Oh yeah. That allows me to get my feet forward even more. So as I rock in and out of this position, I'm able to slide this forward foot forward, this forward foot forward, half an inch, quarter of an inch. Not every time. I still want to be able to get this straight leg and drive my groin down a little bit further. Just like we do at 90-90, we get into those hip circles in the back leg. As I rock forward, I'm trying to feel where my body wants me to stop. Go just past that. As I rock back, I'm trying to see where my body starts to lock up. Go just past that. Making sure I get a straight knee every time. Really, it's this forward rock where I can feel it in my hip flexor, my groin, even my hamstrings. Get that stretch as I get closer to the ground. Oh man, I'm getting there too. It's great. Whoa. Another 45 seconds or so. I think I found my limit. Three, two, one, come out. Nice and gently. Boys, that's it. Split practice. Mobility is going to be cut down to under 45 minutes every time moving forward. I want us to be extremely precise with our goals. For the next 2 weeks, it's going to be split practice. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're going to work on just opening up our hips exclusively. as opposed to kind of full body Tuesday and lower body Thursday. So for me, that went by super fast, even though we were in each position for 3 months, 3 minutes. And we only did like 6 things, okay? It was about 37 minutes. Still felt pretty damn quick. So we're gonna do we're gonna do a similar time scheme on Thursday. Still trying to get closer to that split. Have a good rest of your day. Talk to you later.